I used to think studying programming meant watching a 10-hour YouTube tutorial, feeling like a genius for 10 hours, and then opening VS Code the next day and forgetting literally everything. If that's you right now, stop. Because the way most people study code is quietly wrecking their progress, and I had to learn that the hard way as a CS student myself. This is everything I wish someone told me before I wasted a year doing it wrong. Quick context, I'm a CS student, I build stuff in Python, I'm knee-deep in AI/ML projects. I grind DSA and LeetCode like everyone else trying to actually land something, not just collect certificates. I'm not a 10-year veteran engineer. I'm 1 or 2 years ahead of where you probably are, which honestly might make this more useful because I remember exactly what confused me. Mistake number 1, and I guarantee at least half of you are doing this right now: passive learning. Watching tutorials, reading docs, nodding along, and mistaking that feeling of, oh, that makes sense, for actually knowing it. Here's the test. Close the tutorial right now and try to rebuild what you just watched from a blank file. If you can't, you didn't learn it. You watched someone else learn it. The fix is stupidly simple, but nobody does it. After every concept, you built something small with it immediately. Learned Python dictionaries? Don't move on. Go build a tiny contact book or a word frequency counter right then. The gap between watching and doing is where 90% of people quietly quit without realizing that's the actual problem. Mistake 2, and this one's personal, because I did this for way too long. I was building projects, sure, a to-do app here, a scraper there, a random Discord bot, but they had zero connection to each other, no theme, no direction. Recruiters and even your own brain don't build skill from scattered projects. They build it from depth in one lane. If you're into AI/ML like I am, every project you build should stack on the last one. My first computer vision project taught me OpenCV basics. My next one used that same OpenCV knowledge but added MediaPipe for gesture detection. Now that's a portfolio that tells a story. This person is going deep into computer vision, not this person tried 5 random things. Pick a lane. AI/ML, full stack, security, whatever pulls you, and let every project be a level up from the last, not a reset button. Mistake 3, rushing to the shiny stuff. Everyone wants to say, I built a machine learning model or I built a full stack app, but if your fundamentals are shaky, you're not building on a foundation, you're building on sand. I've felt this directly with DSA. You can memorize that this problem uses a 2-pointer approach, but if you don't actually understand why a 2-pointer works, the second LeetCode changes the pattern slightly, you're stuck. That's the difference between memorizing and understanding. Same with AI/ML. You can import a library and call .fit on a model in 5 lines, but if you don't understand what's happening underneath, you're not a machine learning engineer, you're someone who can copy-paste. Get uncomfortable in the basics before you chase the resume buzzwords. So here's the actual method, stitched together from everything above. 1. Learn a concept, then immediately build something tiny with it. Don't let more than a day pass between learning and applying. 2. Pick one direction for your projects. For me, it's AI/ML and computer vision. Every new thing I learn, I ask, how does this add to my last project instead of starting a new random one? 3. Don't skip the boring parts. The 2-pointer technique, recursion, how gradient descent actually works. These are boring until they're the exact thing that saves you in an interview or a real bug. 4. Talk about what you're learning. Explain it out loud, write about it, post about it, even badly. That's genuinely part of why I'm making this channel. Teaching forces you to actually understand instead of just feeling like you understand. This channel is going to be exactly this. Me going through my own CS journey in real time. Projects I'm building, DSA grinds, AI/ML concepts I'm learning, tech and setup stuff I geek out over, and probably way too many anime references along the way. Because let's be honest, half of us got into discipline and training arcs from anime before we got it from a textbook. If you're a student trying to actually get good at this instead of just collecting tutorials, subscribe, because we're going to build in public together. Drop a comment with what you're learning right now. I'll probably feature some of them in the next video. See you in the next one.